What do you call an alligator detective? An investigator. I'm going to vigorously masturbate later. Just kidding. What is going on, y'all? This is your boy Simpson Allen Nate, and in this video we are talking about 12.11. Do we think it is going to be a wipe, or is it going to remain the same? Like I say in my previous videos, y'all, I love and I appreciate y'all, and if you enjoyed this content, make sure to smash all those buttons down below, that like button, that sub button, that butt fuck button. And you know, with that being said, y'all, let's go on ahead and get right into it. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think that 12.11 is going to be a wipe? I personally think it is going to be, and that's for a couple of reasons. The main reason why I believe that 12.11 is going to be a wipe is because it is implementing a lot of things into the game. One of the biggest things that 12.11 is implementing is, of course, the scav karma. For me personally, it would make no sense for them to add scav karma into the game with it being so late into a wipe. Now, I know that we have not gone more than 7.5 months without a wipe. We're actually about to hit 6 months, I believe. So, you know, almost half a year without a wipe. And I know that a wipe is long overdue, but at the same time, I also understand that we'll be getting a lot of content when 12.12 hits as well. With that being said, it would just make no sense because a lot of people really don't run their scabs like that. And BSG is aware that people don't really run their scabs like that unless it's later on in the wipe, or unless you want something extra. To implement something like scav karma and not wipe, people would probably go in just to check out the features, but they really wouldn't listen to the scav karma. It wouldn't really have enough time for it to settle in. I know me personally, this is just all opinion, and let me know down in the comments below what you think, but I know me personally, this might sound messed up, but I would still go in and I would kill everything on site, because I would know that, okay, well, if it doesn't wipe with 12.11, it's going to wipe with 12.12, so there's really no reason for me to listen to the scav karma system when it's going to wipe soon after 12.11 anyway. And of course, you know, another thing they're going to be adding to 12.11 is things like the Unity engine, the new factory expansion, along with Tagilla, the new scav boss, and some new weapons. So a pretty massive update, you know, to go without a wipe. And I understand that with 12.12 we're meant to be getting Lighthouse, and it would be understandable if we had a wipe around there too, but it's just like with the scav karma, there's really no reason for it not to wipe. And another thing that we can talk about is the good old events, right? Now, they've already added the couple events in the game that we've seen, and for those who are maybe coming back to Tarkov or who are brand new to it, the events so far is that they have all of the scavs, boss scavs, on reserve. They have the new scav boss Tagilla, the brand new trailer that we got. They blurred him out on purpose so that way we wouldn't see him. Then later on after that, they revealed a full high-resolution image of Tagilla. Shortly after that, they released the Killer and Tagilla together on Factory. And then right after we got that picture, that's when Killer started appearing on Factory. After that, like I said before, that's when all the scav bosses started to show up on reserve. And now we had a note showing that Labs is now free. And long story short of this note is like, yes, Glukhar, if I said his name right, or Glukhar, broke into Labs, and that's why it's free. And the thing about these events, and I know people could say that, oh, well, it might not wipe because the community has asked for these events before, and we've always wanted events to hold us over. And yes, this could just be a placeholder. And they could just keep on doing events until it wipes with 12.12. But another reason why I think it's going to wipe is because, like, these events aren't just like small events. These are like game-changing events. These are events that affect how people play and what maps that they go to and how much money that they spend. I mean, with this last event alone, with Labs being free, everything on the flea market has shot up in price, doubled, tripled, quadrupled in price. I mean, slick armors are going for like almost $1 million again. Everything has shot up. So like, I feel like even though it's good that Battlestate is listening to the feedback and they're adding events to keep, you know, the community entertained, which in and of itself is a big clue right there, because it's like, oh, why would they add events right now, right? Like, they could have added events 2 or 3 months, even 4 months, right, into the wipe. Why are they adding events right before 12.11? It makes me think that, like, and like I said, these are game-changing events. These are events that can change how people play and how much money they spend and stuff like that. I mean, you're out here losing, you know, I saw a post earlier, someone was talking about they lost 12 million rubles in under 2 hours just going to labs, right? So it's just like, it really couldn't return back to normal, right? Like, after 12.11, and if 12.11 came and there wasn't a wipe, what would BSG do? Would they just keep on coming up with these events? Because, like, these events are huge. I really can't, you know, I'm pretty sure they can come up with ideas, but it would be really hard to think of more ideas that they could come up with. And, you know, big changes like having scav balls come into certain maps or making maps free. It's like, I mean, would they just stop doing events altogether? Because I really can't see the game returning back to normal, right? Like, why would you tease that? Why would you have the game inflate in price and have everybody going to spend all their rubles and all their money on labs and having them fight, you know, and having people go to different maps and all this stuff just to return back to normal and be like, oh yeah, it's not going to wipe. So, just a quick discussion video, y'all. What do y'all think? Do y'all think 12.11 is going to be a wipe? Why or why not? Do you want it to wipe? I know a lot of people say they want it to wipe. A lot of people don't want it to wipe. And if you want it to wipe, why do you want it to wipe? Do you want it to wipe because maybe you're a grinder? Maybe you have a lot of time on your hands, or you have some extra time that you're able to put in and to invest into Tarkov, and you have in-game stuff right now. Your inventory is full, you've got money, and it's just like a repetition of the same thing, right? And you're like, man, it needs to wipe. Or maybe you're not at in-game stuff. Maybe you don't have in-game things, but you've been playing the game long enough and you're just like, even though I don't have in-game or meta weapons or meta gear, I still want it to wipe because I've been playing it so long and I would just want new content. Or if you don't want it to wipe, why is it? I understand a lot of players who might be brand new to Tarkov obviously wouldn't want it to wipe because they're just getting a grasp on the game, right? And maybe, you know, you're just getting a grasp on the game and you're just about at that sweet spot and you're starting to invest in your hideout and you're starting to learn about the game, and maybe you're close to getting meta weapons. You don't want it to wipe now because, you know, you might just finally get your hands on the slick armor and the HK just for it to wipe and be set again, you know, be reset again. So let me know down in the comments below, man, what y'all think. Like I said, I genuinely think this is a wipe. These events are like game-changing events. They're not just small events, and I feel like they could just toss in Easter eggs or like small quests and stuff like that, in mini games or something like that, if you know, it wasn't going to be a wipe. But these events are just way too big for it not to wipe. And with everything that they're adding, even though 12.12 might be bigger, even though they're adding, you know, like a map on 12.12, 12.11 is still the Unity engine, Tagilla, factory expansion, and Scab Karma. Like, I really think it's gonna wipe, and I really hope that it does. But let me know what y'all think down below, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Temption918 out of this video.